This is a skyblock, a world where you spawn on an island in the middle of nowhere. On the island itself, there's an oak tree and a chest, but I survived on this island for 100 days. I built an entire village with villagers in it, made a collection of different trees, built a gold farm, and much more. And to find out how I managed to do all this from this one island, watch this video to the end. The next day, I added a looting system to the gold farm. If I understood everything correctly, the zombie piglins were supposed to run from the shot to the farm. Half of them just decided to kill themselves. Just a little bit of farming mobs, and the chest already has a gold bar and lots of gold nuggets. It's super cool, but I need at least 18 ingots for 2 apples to heal 2 villagers, so I need to farm a lot more mobs. I tried automating the farm with a campfire, but it turns out that zombie piglins don't burn. And finally, I made a golden apple. I have the golden apple. Now I can heal the zombie villager, and for that I need a witch and the zombie villager though. I need to go back to the mob farm and make 2 boats for the zombie villagers. And so began the long process of finding the zombie villagers and the witch on the mob farm. The next day I managed to get the first zombie villager. And see here? Well done. Now I have a zombie villager, and she needs a witch to heal him because she can throw a weakness potion at him that is needed to heal villagers. At night, I built another platform for the gold farm. I spent the entire 36th day farming mobs on the mob farm, but I was unable to find the witch and the zombie villager. On the 37th day, I farmed acacia, and the next day, I built a third part of the island with acacia. On the night of the 39th day, a witch finally spawned on the mob farm, 2 of them, and now I have to get rid of the rest of the mobs. After that, I died several times from witches trying to cure the zombie villagers. After a few dozen attempts, I managed to give one of my zombie villagers a golden apple, and another zombie villager. That's it. Now let's wait for them to be healed. And in the meantime, I can get a lot of food. I already healed at least 1 zombie, and here's my healed zombie villager. Oh, and he gave me a sword. That's nice. I need to make a villager a Fletcher so I can trade sticks for emeralds. I need to build a fence for the villagers so they don't die like the chickens before. After I built the fence, I brought the villagers there by boat, and now I have personal villagers who will work for me making emeralds. But first, I have to give them a bed and get emeralds to buy more beds. The next day I gave them a loom, but they wanted my composter and my barrel. Seriously, I have to break the composter and the barrel for these 2 fools. Okay. Oh, he already picked a profession. And now I have to make another one, a Fletcher. But I need gravel for flint. And to get gravel, I need piglins and gold. Everything here is so complicated. Then I went to kill the zombie piglins. I have 21 gold bars and I need to break those bridges somehow. I hope there's a piglin on the main platform. Before I get to the platform, I have to kill the zombie piglins. Okay, now let's trade with you. After trading with him, I managed to get 15 gravel, from which I got flint. The next day, I turned another villager into a Fletcher. After that, I cut wood and traded with the Fletcher. I also leveled another villager and immediately bought beds from him and placed them. It turned out that they don't eat fried potatoes. So the first thing I did was increase the size of their fence. I grew a lot of wheat and crafted it into bread. And on the 43rd day, I fed the villagers with bread so that they would breed and give birth to new mini villagers. And love is finally here. Look how many beds. I built a whole row of beds for you to stay here. No, that's it. You'll be a toolsmith because I need tools. Day 43 and I only have gold pants and stone tools. Cool. I need 2 iron ingots and I have exactly, it looks like I have no iron ingots. I guess I'll have to get 2 ingots from this mob farm. And I have another mini villager. It's already the 5th child and I have a cat. Our village is already growing, so I need iron. I finally got the 2nd iron ingot, and now I can craft the smithing table. Get a job. Hey, and you trade me a stone axe for emerald. To level up the toolsmith, I went to farm the trees. The next day, the villagers have a golem, so now I can farm iron from golems. What, in one hit? I leveled the toolsmith to level 3. And what are you selling? A diamond? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, at least I have an iron shovel with an efficiency of 2. At least it's an improvement. The next day, the toolsmith offers me a diamond shovel and diamonds for emeralds. He's definitely making fun of me. I have cool stone tools and a diamond shovel. I feel like I'm the biggest Minecraft noob. Then he started selling me a diamond shovel, which I bought right away. I also made another toolsmith because the previous one didn't have an axe, which is a crucial tool for getting emeralds in general. Oh, finally, an axe. And with an efficiency of 3, I buy it immediately. What a pleasure it is to cut trees with an axe. And after I leveled up the toolmaker, he offered me a diamond axe in trade, which I bought right away. I'd like to share my progress on the growth of the dripstone. There's no progress. Now I'm making a grindstone and a blast furnace so the villagers can trade armor and weapons with me. I think the fence needs to be extended because there are already a lot of villagers there, so I'll get an acacia tree. And now I can place it. And I can buy some iron boots and pants right now, so I decided to level up the armorer first. On the 49th day, I upgraded my armorer to the next level, and now he sells diamond pants and boots. By the way, the boots have some pretty cool enchantments, so I bought the boots and pants. And on the 50th day, I bought a helmet and a chest plate. And on day 50, I'm all diamond on this world where I started with an island, a tree, and a bucket of lava with water. But I still have to get a diamond sword, so I started to level up my weaponsmith. For the whole 50th day, I leveled up the weaponsmith to level 3, but he didn't offer me anything interesting. The next day, I started making another weaponsmith weaponsmith with a sword enchanted with looting. Golem, what are you doing? Are you giving the villagers a flower? Seriously? You stupidly ignored him, huh, Golem? Looting 1. Well, okay, let it be. In fact, I'm already tired of updating this weaponsmith's assortment. I'd rather use the anvil to make a higher level of looting later. Oh, Golem, your suffering will soon be over. I've upgraded the weaponsmith to the maximum level. And you sell me a diamond sword with the sharpness 1? I've been leveling you for so many levels. For sharpness 1? Then I saw a bunch of cats in the villager's pen and decided to feed them fish. So I went fishing. I caught a pufferfish, which is the most useless fish. I'd rather throw it into the abyss. I caught the fish and fed it to the cats. On day 54, I made an anvil and immediately upgraded my axe. And so that I don't have to deal with improving enchantments through items, I need to make a librarian somehow. But first, I need a sword with a looting 3 and to complete the gold farm I have. After upgrading the sword to a looting 2, I farmed cobblestone all night. And now I have enough cobblestones to build the third part of the gold farm. And finally, there are a million mobs in this farm. Now I can farm them with the looting on the sword to get enough gold to trade with the piglin. And at night, I bought a diamond sword. All my tools and armor are diamond, and from that moment on, I've already made a lot of progress on SKYBLOCK. I think I can get a tropical tree now and build the last quarter of this island, because I haven't done it at all. And then we can start building a village for the villagers, and some kind of house for me personally. And in the middle, there will be a mention of the SKYBLOCK. While cutting the tropical tree, I somehow managed to get 4 saplings, and now I'm growing a big tropical tree. It took me a whole day to build the 4th part of the island. The next day, I put a piglin in the boat and took it to a safe place away from the zombie piglin farms. Then I threw him gold to trade for leather. I got 3 leathers, which is enough for 1 book, but I need at least 3, so let's keep trading. And how many leathers do you trade me? 12 leathers? That should be enough. I've made a lectern to get the librarian. Oh, and here's a wandering trader. I'll buy some kelp and dirt from you. On the 58th day, I expanded the fence for the villagers so that all this acacia land is now theirs. Then I tore down the old fence. The next day, I gave the villager the profession of librarian and got a mending enchantment. And on day 60, I bought the mending enchantment. And I made another librarian with a looting enchantment. After that, I enchanted my diamond sword with looting 3. And at the end of the day, I farmed wood. On the 61st day, I was cutting wood and trading with the villagers. The next day, I enchanted all my items for mending. On day 63, I decided to feed the villagers after starving them for 10 days. And for some reason, one of the villagers decided to share some bread with me. But my conscience did not allow me to accept this noble gift, and I threw the bread on the ground. The villagers were so happy that I fed them that they gave birth to 2 more mini villagers. The next day, my good-natured soul decided to give some carrots as well. So now I need to get some cobblestones and improve my cobblestone farm. So there's some boring golem killing and cobblestone farming. And in the evening, an improved super-duper farm for 3 cobblestones at a time with a loot system was ready. With the help of this farm, I'll get enough cobblestones to build houses for this village. I say this as if I were running for mayor of this village. First I feed them, then I give them houses, but in my case I really do it. Meanwhile, I have 5 mini villagers and they've already filled the beds. On the 65th day, I was farming cobblestones. I built a loot room and a portal room under the main island, so I need to get acacia. The next day, I started to build a house for the villagers, but I ran out of wood, which I quickly mined. And by night, I had built a dormitory for the villagers.